Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa, RCG Creations. How are you doing? Bringing to you today waffles, but we're doing something more besides just for breakfast. We're going to make extra to put in the freezer in a freezer bag, so they'll be ready for anybody who wants it throughout the week. Okay? Now, I make my own mix. Okay, I don't have all the instructions written down on here right now, because this is one of my olds that I did a couple years ago, where I just put the mix together and put it in there, but I'll put it in the description box, okay? And I'll do a pop-up of the ingredients. So here's my bowl. Oops, almost lost my egg. Okay, and I'm doing it here in the kitchen table, so it's easy, because I hurt my knee yesterday, so I'm kind of hurting. Okay, we're going to do 1.5 cups of the mix. Oh, I forgot my measuring cups. Be right back. Okay, here we go. And we're going to double batch this because we're going to make enough to have for the freezer. So 1.5, so that'll be 3 cups of mix. Okay. I hope I have enough mix. This is the last batch of my waffle mix that I've got. Oop, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Okay, that's right at 2. It calls for 1.5, so that's going to need 1 more cup. Let's see, can I make a cup? No, I'm a little shy, but that's okay, because I'm going to add a little wheat flour to it to make up that difference. Is this ideal? No, but you know what? Like I'm always saying, you make do with what you got. So I'm going to add some wheat flour in here to make up the cup difference. A little bit more. And while I'm doing this, spray your waffle maker, or if you, you really need a waffle maker to make it. To make waffles, you need a waffle maker so they look like waffles. Otherwise, they're just regular pancakes. Okay. Alright, so that makes my cup. Now I'm just going to mix this up because this is 2 types of flour. I did it with the all-purpose flour. It was either all-purpose or self-raising, I forget. I got to look at my recipe. But again, like I said, that'll be a pop-up in the box and in the description box. Okay, that's pretty much mixed up together. But again, like I said, you want to spray both sides of your waffle maker. And we have the George Foreman Reality Cooking Waffle Maker is what we have here. Okay, so then I'm going to add that 2/3 cup of water. And I already pre-measured my water. I'm going to give that a stir with my fork because I just want to incorporate it. Really, technically, you should be easy on the water because you want to make sure it's liquidy but not overly liquidy. So for your new people who are used to making pancakes, you want it to be a little runny but not overly runny. And you want it to be a little lumpy but not overly lumpy. So a lot of this is really trial and error and learning so you see what you get. And actually that's a pretty darn good consistency. I think it's a little thick, but we're going to be adding eggs to it and oil, and that'll loosen it up. And see that? Oops, sorry, down there. See how it's really kind of thick? Okay, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil. And that one I already know just by looking, so I'm just going to eyeball it. That's about 1. That's about 2. Let me find another spot so I can get a good measurement. And that's about 3. Of course, I could be off a little bit here and there, but unless you want to be exactly precise, you're okay and good to go. Now I'm going to mix this up. And don't forget, stir in the middle of the bowl so all the dry ingredients get incorporated with everything else. Okay, that's pretty much mixed up pretty good. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. Oop, I dropped a shell. Let me get this shell out of here. I'm a messy cook. I'm trying to get better at not being so messy. And actually I'm a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. And I always have a wet towel near me because I'm a messy baker, cook. A messy person in the kitchen is me when I'm making something. So now I'm just going to mix this all up. Okay, come on, egg. So, oh, that hurt my knee. Okay. Now I'm just mixing it up. And you want to mix this good, make sure it's mixed up pretty well. You don't want to beat it to death, and you don't want to use an electric mixer because you want the lumps to be in there. But the biggest thing is you want to have it all mixed up. And of course it's a little darker than normal because I use my wheat flour a little bit. I've used 1 cup of that wheat flour. Okay, but see how I got thinner? See that? And I'm okay with that because this is waffles. And I'm going to scrape this because I'm going to use my same fork. I should get another fork, but I'm not going to. Because this is just going to be for me and hubby, nobody else, so we're good. And I'm going to leave this in a bowl. This is already hot. And I'm just going to spoon it in to my waffle maker. You do want to do this kind of fast, so the bottom, and don't put too much, don't spread it out because once you put the top on, it's going to spread the mix. And then you'll have oozing, so you don't want to overfill these because you will get oozing. And now, it's got the little, the green means it's ready, but I know it's ready because it's been hot. Okay. I made a spill of, oh, I spilled some oil over here. I had this towel here because I didn't want to spray and get it on my phone is charging right now. So I'm going to get my little white towel and clean up my mess as I go. Okay, here it is. It's green. It's been a while. We don't make waffles very often. It's just the 2 of us. We just had the two waffle burner. We don't need any more than that. And you can hear it sizzling. Okay, I'm going to take a quick little look. Some waffle makers tell you when it's ready and some don't. Some don't have nothing. You just have to look at it. Okay, yeah. See that? Let me bring it close. See that there? That means it's getting ready. It's all sizzling. Whoops, sorry about that. And as you can see a while ago, oh, I moved the camera. Sorry about that. Okay. And as you can see, it didn't get all the way around the edges, so it's not going to be a perfect little square. So now I'll know that when I make my next batch, I'll put it a little bit further on the edges so I can have a perfect little square. And my OCD kicks in sometimes. That makes a big difference, and sometimes, especially if I'm hurting, it's like, oh well, I get what I get. I'm in no hurry for it. Okay, you can see it's steaming, and it smells good. Okay, so So now I'm going to get my, in fact I'm going to wipe this down just a tad, because there's it's too much wet dough in here. This is another good reason why it's good to have a clean, wet dish towel. Okay, good. Okay, and actually that's good. So I'm going to put it back. I'm going to try to get it back in the little grooves. There we go. And sometimes you can do that, and again, that's with practice. See how it fit right back in the little grooves? Okay, there we go. I want the top just a little bit more toasty. And on mine, if you snap the lid, it compresses the top and the bottom so we get an even coating and heat. Even heat on both sides, the bottom and the top. Because we know the bottom is already hot because there's where the heating element is at. And there's a heating element on the top too, okay? But it's hotter on the bottom. And again, it depends on your machine. So I'm just going to give it a few more seconds, really a little less than a minute, because I don't want to overcook it. There we go. And then we're going to put another batch, and I'm going to cut into that one to show you. Oops, I spilt. I want all 4 sides of this to get batter in it. I'm hoping I didn't overfill it. Okay, let's see what happens. Put my batter in there. And let me show you. Here is my waffles. See, it's toasty on the bottom half. See that? And then let's make sure that they're cooked all the way inside. Yep. Yep. That looks cooked to me. Actually, part of that did not cook in the center there. So that one's going to be, that's my first one. Usually my first ones don't turn out too good. Now let me do this one. My green light came on, that means it's ready. Okay, yeah. See, that one did a lot better. And again, it's like anything else. So I'm going to cut this edges, because these edges did not cook. And that's going to go in my trash bin, because I'm not going to worry about eating it. And this will be for my breakfast. That one didn't get cooked all the way through there either, so I'm throwing that one away. We're good to go on that part. Ow, ow, oh, that hurts, oh, that hurts, that hurts. Okay, now let's see, my little light came on, and there we go. It's not totally cooked, and here's my little piece that got stuck. I was going to take it off, and I go, that's hot. I'm like, hello. Okay. I'm going to let that cook. Again, you'll trial and error. You'll get to learn your machine. And you'll know how long, once you put it on there, how long you can do other things with it. And then, once you've made all that you want to make, you let them totally cool at room temperature. Then you put them in your Ziploc baggie. Take all the air out of the Ziploc baggie and label. I don't label mine because you can tell just from looking through the baggie it's waffles and stuff. And I only make enough for maybe 2 or 3 more breakfasts, and then that's it. And then we'll make another fresh batch once those are done, and then we're all set and good to go. But it's nice to have a quick one, because all you got to do is pop them in the little toaster, if you have a toaster oven, or a little like a regular toaster. Put it in the bagel setting, because they are thicker, okay? And then toast them, heat them up, put some butter or syrup or jam, whatever it is that you want on it. And sometimes I like them just plain dry, because there's a little bit of sugar already in the mix. So let me... Okay. That was hot. That was hard. Oh, yes. Nice and toasty. Oh, I like. That one's a lot better. See, I told you my first ones don't turn out that great, but the second ones usually do. We'll bring that around. Now let's get my second batch in. And I learned now to put on the top and then put on the center. And you see how they rose up? And that's because of your flour base mix that you used. And I'm learning to know to measure so I can get it on all my four corners so I can have more of a square like that last batch just came out. Okay. I'm not going to close that. I'm just going to leave that just the way it is. But I want to show you. Ow, that's hot. That's hot. See the blade? See the square? So they're nice and square. I'm going to get some butter on here because this is hubby and my breakfast. While those are cooking, you have plenty of time to do that. So I'll bring you back when they're all done. And then we'll put them in the bag. And then then we'll do the taste test. Favorite part, the taste test. We'll be back. Okay, we are back for the taste test. I only had 2 extra from that batter. And again, this is really thick. I went ahead, my machine, you just unplug it and that turns it on and off. Okay, so now we're going, I like to put butter on mine and peanut butter on my pancakes and my waffles. That's just what I do. And I got a little syrup in here, because I do a little syrup, not a whole lot of syrup. See that? Yum, yum, yum. Thumbs up. My butter, peanut butter. Don't forget, hit like, comment, and share. And if you have some different recipes that you make with your waffles, I would love to see those. If you could put them in the comment section. Another thing my hubby was reminding me is thaw out or get some fresh blueberries, or if they're frozen, make sure they're thawed out, and put the thawed out or the fresh blueberries in your mix when you're mixing it, just before you get ready to pour it in your, you just want to fold them into your mix because you don't want to break them up or bruise them. It's also a good way to do like sliced peaches, any fruit whatsoever. None of the liquid, just the fruit itself, because it makes it too watery. But that way you can have a variety of waffles besides the plain Jane ones. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.